My name is Brian Baliwas, and I'm a general dentist in private practice in San Francisco, California. And today, my expert tip is about direct composite Class 2 rings and matrix systems. A common question I receive is wondering what ring system I use when I'm filling Class 2s. And my answer isn't as simple as recommending a specific product line. I think restorative dentists are constantly searching for that holy grail of composite rings that will adapt to all situations. The truth is, when used properly, I think most of the major brands of rings and sectional matrices work just fine. And the trick is knowing when the specific features of a different style of ring and matrice are indicated or contraindicated. Some rings, for example, like the Palladent or the Triodent V3 ring, they work well overall, but sometimes they struggle to stay in place with shorter clinical crowns. And when proximal walls are wider than the preparation and the preparation extends beyond the tines, they tend to not clamp on as well. Whereas rings like the Garrison 3D Fusion and the Clinician Choice Dual Force rings, they work well in those situations, but sometimes the contour around the tooth is too good and it ends up bending or collapsing the matrix. There's also rings like the Nitin ring, which have little curved feet that end on the tines and they allow it to grip the cervical areas of teeth much better than other rings that typically slip off in that setting. And I think a good strategy is finding the ring you're most comfortable with using 80 to 90% of the time with your Class 2s, and then having a small selection of different rings to use when your go-to system just isn't working out. The same can be said for all the different types of matrices and wedges. Find ones you like and use those for most of your cases, but then have a small variety of matrices with different shapes, contours, and thicknesses that you can choose from in those rare cases where your go-to matrix just isn't working. Tooth anatomy and cavity preparations, they come in a wide variety of shapes and designs. So if you can spare the room in your drawers, it's sometimes helpful to be equipped with a quiver of different options.